Washington, D.C. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Washington Commanders. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go in our nation's capital. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, sometimes you just have give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. From the gun, here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
On first and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right, they want to run the offense through him.
Dorrance Armstrong in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think Dublin here has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
19. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Now it's JCM, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Washington first down.
We're scoreless after one.
At the 44-yard line.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Let's go. 60 Eagles.
Here's Daniels. Open man is Samuel, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Cowboy, ready?
Up the middle, Krosky-Merritt. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Ready, set. Here we go, set. Ready.
To the air goes Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he'll get about 5 here, so take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Second and 5.
Come on, set. Let go.
They'll run once more with JCM. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger. Viking, 18. Ready.
On 3rd down, Krosky-Merritt. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Ready.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
70, let's go.
To throw is Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Get it.
Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Rodriguez. As the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders 7, Lions nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
A final shot before break. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. at the 25-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
43-yard line.
Throwing now is Daniels. And yet again, it's McLaurin. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the 49-yard line.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Tag. Hawk 70.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Here's a diving catch right side. Third catch for him on his drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Panther 60. Ready?
Now Daniels. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw again. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the set.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Set it. Check go.
A give now to Bill. This is Krosky-Merritt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. That stop made by Jack Campbell. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
60 bison. Trap 60. Trap 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Deebo Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Goff now looking to throw. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Gain of 18. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is gone. Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Got it.